Are you a disabled person trying to be a prepper, but not quite sure what it is you need in times of emergencies or how to even begin to stock up on what you need? You don't even know where to start. Well, guess what? I'm going to help you out and I'm going to tell you. So here we go. But first, if this is your first time stopping by my channel, let me say good morning because it's morning for me. As you can see, I still have on my robe, nice and comfy. But welcome for stopping by. Welcome. Thank you for stopping by. Give the video a thumbs up. Share the video to someone else that this may be helpful for. Drink my daily salt and lemon water. Trying to cleanse the inside of my body. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so let's go over some information or some items um, that a disabled person should look to have and stock up on in case of for any emergency. So here we go. Number one, so I had to write this stuff out so I can remember all my points. Make a plan for your medical needs. For instance, your medications. You want to stockpile at least 30 to 90 days of supply of prescriptions. So consult with your doctor with respect to that. And you also want to make sure that you rotate your medicine to make sure that they're within the expiration dates. Secondly, underneath that plan for your medical needs, your medical devices. So if you have medical devices, make sure that you have backup batteries or ways to charge your equipment, such as solar chargers and portable power banks. I myself have two large solar generators and I believe two small ones. So I have a Blue Yeti, I have another one. Yeah, and then I have two smaller ones. So you may want to look into that. Amazon. You can go on there and see all different kinds of chargers. And you want to make sure to maintain extra supplies for your devices, like if you have a CPAP machine, a hearing aid, or your prosthetics. And underneath that category, last but not least, your first aid kit. So you want to make sure you customize your first aid kit to your specific condition. You want to include items like compression bandages, pain relief patches, or glucose monitoring supplies. So have all of that in your first aid kit or whatever specific to your needs. Point number two. A lot of times we don't think about these things, but your emergency documents. Create what's called a go binder. And inside that go binder, you want to have information with your medical records, your prescriptions, and your doctor's contact information. If it applies to you, if you have a disability certification and legal documents, like if you have power of attorneys or advance directives, all of that needs to be inside of your emergency binder, along with emergency contacts, including any support networks. Okay. On to point number three, your mobility and your accessibility. So mobility aids, for instance, have spare parts. So work on these things now. Have spare parts for your wheelchairs, your walkers, and your canes, or have extra, like a couple of extra canes, an additional extra walker. You can go to places like OfferUp, Craigslist, and or thrift stores to find these at a cheaper price for your extras. And you also want to keep a lightweight or collapsible equipment for easier evacuation. Okay. Um, there are such things as portable ramps. So you want to invest in a foldable ramp for those of you who have wheelchairs. A portable ramp. I never heard of it until just now. So look into that. Then you want to look at your transportation. So you want to plan an accessible evacuation routes and identify any nearby shelters equipped for disabled individuals. So that's very, very important. You might just start doing a little research so that you know where these places are. Now we're on to point number 4, which is pretty basic for all preppers. So water. So the general rule of thumb is to store at least 1 gallon of water per person per day. For as long as you can, longer than 2 weeks. A lot of times it says 2 weeks, but you want to store as much as possible, way beyond 2 weeks, but at least the bare minimum. Then you want to include collapsible water containers as well as water purification tools. They have all that kind of stuff on Amazon. You can look up water purification tools and see, what your budget will allow you to purchase. And then we have food. So this is under the food and water storage category. So you want to stock up on non-perishables that meet your dietary needs. Something low sodium, high protein, allergen free. And if you have gluten sensitivity, so you want to, try and maneuver around gluten containing foods. And you want to keep easy to open packaging for if you have limited dexterity. You want to have something that's easy for you to open. If you're having canned goods, please make sure you have extra can openers, not the electric ones, but the handheld, for those of you who can utilize a handheld can opener, but have several of them in case one breaks. You have plenty of backups. You can get those from Dollar Tree. There's no more 99-cent stores. They're all gone, but Dollar Tree, maybe thrift stores, they may have extras there, but have several on hand. Now on to point number 5, communication tools. So for alert systems, register with local emergency services for priority notifications, okay? Or use devices like vibrating, pagers are no longer around. But you want to have flashing light alarms if you're hearing impaired. Or some kind of vibrating device that can alert you if something is going on. Two-way radios, they're useful in case cell service fails. So that's some more food for thought. You may want to look into those. Oh. And let's see. So on to point number 6, backup power and energy. So generators, I just explained how I have several generators for backup. And if you do have those, make sure you're charging them every now and again. It's, especially if you're not really using them like me, but you want to make sure that they stay in good shape. You don't want to just let them sit there and just die out because they haven't been in use. So investing in a generator compatible with your power needs, portable solar generator, which is quiet, low maintenance energy. Because what you don't want is a loud generator in case the sugar honey iced tea hits the fan. You don't want people knowing that you got power. So we want something quiet. And then rechargeable lights. So LED lanterns or headlamps with long battery life. I also have several lanterns. So I'll do another video showing the lanterns that I have. And again, you can find those on Amazon, Walmart, and I'm sure Target, and then other sporting goods stores. Shelter in place supplies, because a lot of us that are disabled, we're going to just have to shelter in place, because a lot of us, we're just not going to be able to get out. So we want to be prepared in that situation. So make sure that you have a stockpile of adult diapers, urinal bags, or any hygiene products that you use regularly. Have portable toilets or disposable bags just in case the restrooms are not accessible. We can't use the restroom. I may do a video on portable toilets, how to make one, and how to discard of the content at some point. Because you want to make sure you're staying sanitary. Oh, no, I'm still on the same one. Sorry. Okay. Then you want to make sure you are, so this is underneath the shelter in place. Climate control. You want to have blankets, hand warmers, cooling towels, insulated curtains, or emergency space blankets to regulate indoor temperature. So I have those also. I never throw away any of my old comforters. Like if we get new bedding, I keep all of my old comforters, all of my old sheets, because you just never know if power goes out or what have you. And if there's no heat, we got plenty of covers to keep warm. We also have tents. That way we can all gather in one area and draw that heat to each other in that one section, opposed to trying to heat the entire house. Number 8, building that community. I've talked about that before in other videos. So a support network is very important. So connecting with neighbors, friends, or local disability support groups who would be able to assist you in emergency situations. Also, a buddy system is always helpful. So have someone who knows you and your needs and can check in on you regularly, please. At least a buddy system. I get it though. I understand that's even hard too sometimes for people, because people are just not friendly. I don't know what's going on with that, but to the best of your ability, if you can, have you some kind of buddy somewhere, even if it's got to be somebody over the phone, preferably it's somebody that's close to you, that's close in proximity, so that they can come help you if need be. Number 9, practical skills. So learn basic survival skills that will work with your abilities. Fire starting with tools situated to limited dexterity. Communication techniques like signaling for help. And adapted gardening or food preservation. I know at one time I started learning how to can food. That is a daunting process. It's got labor intensive sometimes, especially if you're not really used to doing it. I tried it. I have several things that I've canned that are still canned. I was doing everything. I was open crackers in my mason jars and vacuum sealing the air out, so it's cereal. I add a lot of dry goods, rice, pastas. I just I did a lot of repackaging. So what I would do is buy the products, have my mason jars, because they will last longer inside the mason jars opposed to in the regular packaging. Plus, I didn't want bugs growing in my food, so repackaging them worked just well for me. The canning, I've never done like ground beef or anything. The most I've canned, I think, was milk, butter, yams, I think red potatoes. I have yet to eat any of it. So, look, I don't know, but I believe I did it properly. So, when the strength allows me to, I'll get back to canning again, and maybe I'll do a video sharing with you guys my canning skills. Anyway, on to number 10. Last but not least, transportation and evacuation. Have an accessible bug out bag if you do plan to try and, if you do have to get out or want to get out. Make sure your bag is complete and it's accessible for you to grab it and get out the door. Lightweight with all of your essentials tailored to your needs. Also include pre-filled forms explaining your condition for your rescue workers. We should have that anyway. Something with information pertaining to our disability, doctor's information, so that way something could happen. You can't really talk, but maybe you can point it or hand them the paper, and they can kind of see the information with respect to you and your condition. So as far as having an evacuation plan, coordinate with the local disability organization to identify accessible transportation options. Okay, so some suggested items to collect. Your medication and your first aid items, your battery powered or solar chargers, long lasting non perishable foods, water storage, and purification. Okay, so I hope this information has helped you. Anybody have any other suggestions? Leave it in the comments section. Videos thumbs up so it can get out there to the mainstream. Because a lot of people, they don't know what to do. A lot of these suggestions, some people haven't even really thought about it. But now's the time to start thinking about a little bit of everything. So I hope this helps once again, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to wake up and start every day with an attitude of gratitude. And I'll see you guys later. Like, share, subscribe, okay? Bye.